written in Japanese and English. Okay. So we have some questions. Okay. So, okay, the purpose for the meeting with you, the Dayton Hamvention is, so, recent situation of APRS in Japan. I think something, my understanding, both of us, understanding, they're different from your way of thinking for APRS.
And so how do you use APRS in Japan?
How do you use and what the purpose and what's the basic concept and what is the option? So that's what I don't talk with you.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't confirm your basic philosophy for APRS.
It's information exchange, not vehicle tracking. You know, vehicle tracking is nice to have, but it's text messaging, call sign to call sign, and it's information exchange. So when you're driving, information shows up on the front panel of your radio as to the local frequencies, the local repeaters, and that kind of information.
Yeah, so there's some difference in the meaning of understanding what you're thinking in the understanding of the APRS guy in Japan. Yeah.
So what do they do in Japan? Just vehicle tracking?
So, we believe that the vehicle tracking or data communication is a very, very basic concept of APRS. And also message exchange is a different story. That should be optional. That's our understanding, because in order to exchange the message in Japan, the very right message, and even for the meaning the message has been exchanged day by day, that includes all the traffics. You understand what I mean?
Yes, but but that's what APRS is for, is exchanging information. So humans can talk to another human, so you could communicate. And so sometimes it's, here's my position, but sometimes it is, I'm going to work, I will see you at lunch, so messages are important.
Yeah, but very frankly speaking, in Japan, such kind of message that is not exchanged, actually.
Same here in the United States.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is why I have a doubt on the message exchange.
Yes.
That only increases the traffic. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it doesn't, because not very many people are using it.
Yeah.
So therefore, it doesn't add very much traffic.
But some APRS guy.
But you need to be able to communicate.
Able to.
Yes, able to.
Yeah, that's a function. I understand the additional function other than the positioning system, right? But in Japan, some APRS guys, the famous guy, you know, they are saying that without the communication, that is not the APRS.
Yeah, then it's just vehicle tracking, and then
Vehicle track a very, very basic function, I believe. But that should be the first purpose for APRS. At the beginning of the APRS interaction.
Well, because everybody sees that and they are interested in that.
Yes. And then let me have your comment on our understanding. And APRS is basically a positioning and information tracking system.
No.
No?
It is a single data channel.
Single data channel, yes.
Yeah, throughout the whole country, to where amateur radio operators tune to that frequency, they monitor for 10 minutes, and now they have all the information. They know where everyone is, they know any announcements, any repeaters that are nearby, any nets that are in progress. So it's a single data channel where you go for information about everything in ham radio. So if you're operating...
And not also positioning, but also the messages as well.
Yes.
That you mean, right?
Yes, and information and announcements. Like if I'm operating a special HF event, at a special place, send out an APRS beacon to put that on the map, so somebody driving by says, oh look, special ham radio event. So it's an information channel that, because otherwise people will not know, ham radio has 20 different bands and frequencies, and so people don't know what everything is going on. But APRS is supposed to be that one channel where everything happening in ham radio should be
Okay.
once every 10 minutes,
Yeah.
so that everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah, that's understandable. And such kind of information exchange over the APRS, that's useful for us. But actually is a different. Right?
Yes, same in the United States.
I understand your philosophy. If we exchange any data, VHF, UHF, the HF data, that's quite useful and understand the function. But really, that just good morning, just say hello, doesn't make any sense.
Well, then,
to use.
then why have ham radio? Because
yeah.
people get on their ham radio and say, "Hello, good morning," and so it's just a digital way of doing the same thing we do with voice, and that is communication. But it should, the same message every day, saying that does not change. Then it's old information, and old information should disappear. Only new information. Only new information.
Yeah. So, but I think without the communication, the message communication, that is also APRS.
Yeah, position reporting is what people see.
Okay. So that's the first thing I have to confirm with you. Okay?
Yeah.
And then the message is very wide meaning. Okay. To make the ham radio much more funny, to communicate the short message with each other wherever they are.
Yeah. The one thing that APRS and ham radio does that cell phones and other things do not is that I don't want to say broadcast. We communicate as a group. Okay. And so APRS, when you have new information, you transmit to all ham radio nearby. Whereas cell phone, they have to call people.
Okay.
And so it's very inefficient.
And some guy in Japan, they're saying that without the message communication doesn't have the APRS. That is wrong.
No, you have to be able to
capability
it's ham radio.
to do that.
You have to have the capability.
They're the capability and the variation for communication for ham radio, I believe. But without message communication, that is not the APRS. That's the misunderstanding.
Well, he's what we do not like to see is an APRS ham radio on the map, and you cannot communicate with it. You cannot talk to him. You don't know what frequency he's on. You cannot send him a message.
Yeah.
So why is he on ham radio? Ham radio is two-way communication, and so if somebody is transmitting their position, you also need to be able to communicate with them.
Okay, in the sense, I understand what you're saying. Okay, but without communication, that's not the APRS. Is too much to say?
It's an exaggeration.
Yeah, right.
Exaggeration.
Right. So that's the reason I ask you today. Okay. The other thing is the coverage of the positioning system in Japan, and we started with 1200 EPS, but not yet covered 100% in Japan, even for the big cities.
Really?
So, and then some people would like to move over to the 9600, but that's any sense to cover, the expand coverage as an area.
I thought the range for 9600 baud would be a little bit less because...
Yeah, that's true. So, and the first thing we had to do in Japan is to cover 100% geographically. That is the first. And then, in order to increase the traffic, we have to adapt the 9600 for the efficiency point of view. That is my understanding.
Yes.
Am I right?
But the problem with some of the radios is if you go to 9600 baud, the transmit delay is so long that it only, it's 1200 to 9600 is a factor of 4. But it's only one half as long because of the transmit delay. So it doesn't gain quite as much as you think.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. So, so it's the first thing we have to do in the Japanese user should be expand the area.
Yes, cover the area.
Cover is the first thing. And second thing is to care about traffic.
Yes. Right.
Okay. Okay. So thank you for understanding what I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay. And some people say that the TT3 and tracker is not the old style, cannot be used for APRS.
Well, that's a one-way tracker. It transmits only.
That is true.
Okay, but if you put, but it's hooked up to a transceiver that has a transmitter and receiver. So a one-way tracker should include the voice frequency in the beacon. So the position says, but call me on voice, I'm listening on this frequency. So now you have two-way communications. You have position going out and you have voice receiving.
I know, but they still say that should not be used for APRS, they say. That is too much to say.
Well, it's okay for me if they have their voice channel and they are listening. Because now it is two-way communication.
Without voice communication, just with the TT3 and the tracker.
I don't like that. It's not because it turns ham radio into a broadcast, into a transmit only. And the value of APRS is two-way communication.
That's the target, I understand.
The target, yes. But special events, you know, when you're doing a marathon run or you have lots of special VIPs, people you need to track. Yeah, one-way trackers is okay because, you know, it's part of an event.
Yeah.
But for a ham radio to just travel across country, just transmitting his position and no way to communicate with anybody else, that's wasting
That's
APRS.
your difference, not your basic concept for the APRS. I understand.
Right.
But the very basic system is a positioning system.
No, it's a data communications channel for everything about ham radio.
Okay. Okay.
But positioning is the most popular use.
Right. I understand.
But it was not designed for positioning. It was designed for a single channel where everybody could listen and understand everything going on.
Yeah. We understand.
So for announcements and beacons and positions, you know, a lot of communications is where are you? And so position is very important.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. And finally, I'd like to give us some comment for Japanese users.
About
There's
what?
a special comment from you. Message.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
That's all for some intention for the APRS for the future.
I'm very excited about APRS in the future because now every handheld device, cell phone, everything can communicate with APRS because there are applications.
Yes.
And so the whole goal of APRS is that I know your call sign, you know my call sign, so APRS I should be able to communicate anywhere in the world. Call sign to call sign.
Okay.
My message I might send on a ham radio, you might receive on your cell phone. Or you might send a message on your cell phone, I receive on my ham radio.
Okay.
Because all you need to know is the call sign.
So expand the possibility for to communicate between any devices.
Yes.
For the communication, that's the goal.
Yes, I call it universal call sign text message.
Okay.
And I want to tie that into universal voice because we have, I assume in Japan you have Echo Link and D-Star and All-Star. There are all kinds of VoIP.
Yes.
Okay. And so we have, so ham radio now has voice to voice by call sign only. You know, on Echo Link you just do the call sign.
Right.
D-Star you just do the call sign.
Right.
Anywhere in the world, voice communication. APRS has text messaging, call sign. So, and now APRS then tells you position also. And so it's that all I need to know is call sign and I can see their position on APRS. I can send them a text message, say, let's talk on All-Star or Echo Link. And then I can send a message and set up the voice contact through voice over IP.
I see.
So it's, the goal is end-to-end call sign to call sign communications.
The data communication as well as the voice communication.
Yeah, data, position, voice. And we have all the systems. You know, we have Echo Link, D-Star, All-Star, all those things. We have APRS, and so we just need to integrate the two together.
Okay. I would listen to the users.
Yes.
Okay.
Sayonara.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. You bet.